Good morning, it's Tuesday, August 11th, and we're going to continue our discussion on action and pragmatism with a prompt from the Daily Stoic which reads, "Are my habits getting better?" So I guess that depends on what the definition of better is. If better equals doing something with ever increasing frequency, then no, my habits are not getting better. But if better means effective yet reflective of the demands of reality, then yes, absolutely. My habits are getting better. And I've talked about it at great length before in some of these videos, but the book Atomic Habits by James Clear was one of the most transformative and practical books that I've read in a long time. It provided me with both the perspective and structure for overhauling how I manage productivity and accountability in my life. And at the beginning of the year, I jumped in with both feet to this system and immediately adopted my habit tracker as the measure of my days. There's no doubt about it. The habit tracker works. In the span of a month, I had successfully broken 30-year-old bad habits and implemented a whole swath of desirable new habits. I took pride in never missing a day of completing each habit. My scorecard was impeccable. I settled into a groove and life was predictable. Until it wasn't. At least not predictable in the same sense. With the quarantine that began back in March, the amount of time required to be on as a parent went through the roof, and each day has turned into an absolute full-day juggling act of trying to get work done, people fed, and children attended to. Something had to give. As Shakespeare's Hamlet says, "There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy." No one dreamt about this current scenario. The plan and routine that I had mapped out at the start of the year was designed for a more flexible and forgiving cadence of life. But that's something that no longer exists at present because life changes. And so we change too. We adapt to the situation right here and now in front of us, rather than cling to our theories and idealism tooth and nail. But all is not lost. No, not by a long shot. I still use my habit tracker each and every day. And with each passing month, I think the number of things that I'm tracking has been whittled down to the most highly prioritized and practical based on life's demands. I don't come close to 100% compliance anymore, but I get it right more often than not. And most importantly, I don't beat myself up whenever I miss a day because I ran out of time taking care of my core activities, like doing my work or parenting. I accept it, take note, and move on. Tomorrow's another day. But the system still works. I know how to employ it effectively. If I feel myself struggling with accountability or I need help getting started with a new behavior. For example, I decided that I wanted to commit the month of August to a 28-day guided meditation practice. And I've never seriously meditated before in my life, but it was important to me to give it a go with full effort. So there are some nights that I don't really feel like it and that I'm tired. And so then I rely on the system that I've built to help keep me on course. And so far, I've completed 9 out of 10 days and I'm finding the journey fascinating. So yeah, I am and will always be a strong advocate for designing and implementing effective systems for developing lasting and predictable habits. But I also recognize now that the best systems allow for an appropriate amount of tolerance while still maintaining the integrity of their structure and framework. Finding that sweet spot permits us to transition from the theoretical to the practical, which is critical because while theories are clean and simple, situations rarely are. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.